Ladies and gentlemen, Helldivers 2 has something going on with PlayStation Plus cloud streaming. Let's take a look. Okay, so as we get into this one, a shout out to HTH26. I believe that's what it was, at HTCH26 in the community here for suggesting this video, and not just suggesting it, but also the reason for it. And as you can kind of already see, just kind of here on the ship, so we have the PlayStation Remote Play version on the top, so it's playing from my PS5 Pro console, and then we also have the PS5 Cloud Streaming PlayStation Plus version on the bottom. Now, what's really interesting here is you can tell a very noticeable difference in the contrast and the colors. And especially right here on the map. So like you can see all of the kind of red areas in the PlayStation Plus streaming version are just like completely, totally washed out. And again, here in the menu, like you can see the yellow on the suit and stuff. And what it kind of looks like to me is like if you've ever done PlayStation Remote Play on a device that has like HDR, but it may be like, or a device that doesn't have HDR and you like turn HDR on the console, like if it's like that always on, and then suddenly you got an HDR version showing up on a non-HDR display, so like everything's kind of like washed out. That's kind of what it looks like, but I really can't say for sure because there, as you'll see as we go through the video, so obviously the remote play much more colorful, much more vibrant, but you do still have some bright colors on the streaming version. As you can see, like these egg sacs here that we're shooting are still fairly colorful, but everything else just kind of seems a little bit washed out. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, if something is wrong with like however they load these into these PlayStation Plus premium server blades, like what like settings that they're using, or even if they're just like actual PlayStation 5s. Like, I don't really know. They've never, as far as I know, they haven't shown like how they do the cloud service. Famously, like the PlayStation 3 cloud streaming is actual PlayStation 3s. So it'd be pretty funny if they're just using PlayStation 5s. And if that's the case, it's like whatever. I don't think that it is like, or maybe they just have dedicated PS5s for each different game. That'd be totally crazy. But if that's the case, then like maybe all the setting, like that, whatever they're playing on, whether it's a PlayStation 5 or a server blade or whatever, maybe something is wrong with like the HDR setting. I don't really know, to be honest with you. But what I can tell you is you can definitely see, plain as day, this is the exact same portal. I actually shot the footage back to back without a cut. So like there's literally no cut. I mean, I cut the video obviously for this, but so we can get them side by side and stuff like that. But I literally like played the top remote play version, and then I immediately jumped out of that, closed out in the game, and then jumped over into the cloud streaming, and then jumped right back into the game. So I don't really know what the deal is, but Helldivers 2, I think, has some sort of issue with, I don't know if it's like a gamma issue, or if it's like a HDR setting issue, or what. Or if this is game specific, or if this is on Sony's side. But yeah, I can confirm that to my eyes when I was watching it or playing it, I was like, yeah, it doesn't look as good. It kind of looks a little bit worse. And it is possible, maybe it's a different version because I am playing it on PS5 Pro, which I actually don't have a regular PS5 anymore. The two consoles I have are both PS5 Pros, so it's possible that I don't see why it would have better colors on PS5 Pro. It really doesn't make any sense to me, so I don't think that would be it. But you guys tell me. I mean, at least as far as I kind of did look around the internet as well and tried to see if other people online had this issue as well. And I did see it in a few different corners. And it's not even just about the PS5 game, but a lot of people complaining about the HDR implementation on the game on PC as well. So it could be an HDR setting. I really don't know. But what you can tell here is there is a noticeable difference between the remote play Helldivers 2 and the PS Plus game streaming version of Helldivers 2. So hey, hopefully enough people watch this video. Maybe it gets back to the developers, and maybe they can look into it. I mean, if it's not something that's game related, maybe they can contact Sony directly and they can work out whatever's causing the issues and kind of get this fixed. I have not run across this on any other game, but I'm not doing a ton of the PlayStation Plus game streaming, to be honest with you. I mostly still do remote play because I'm typically home most of the time. But I will try to, when I travel and stuff, I will try to start using the game streaming more just to see if I notice more instances of this. So this would be a good time for you guys. If you have had any issues with PlayStation Plus cloud streaming, or if you've noticed a difference in any kind of games versus remote play versus PlayStation Plus cloud streaming, drop those in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to take a look at any other games that you might have this issue with. Obviously, like the video. If you are into this kind of content too, please, consider subscribing. Don't have to do that, but I would appreciate that if you would. And we're just going to kind of roll here with the video for the last couple of minutes. The gameplay, look, I haven't played. I'm not a multiplayer game. I am still wearing my marathon hoodie today, but I'm not like a big multiplayer guy these days. When I was younger, I was totally into it. Like I was an Xbox Live beta tester, stuff like that. So I was hardcore into it back then. Nowadays, I just don't have the time to dedicate to like being good at these games. So I just like mostly don't even bother. I played Helldivers a little bit when it first came out. I liked it. It was fun, but I was just like, a couple weekends. And I was like, all right, and it's time for something else. And hopefully I'll be more into Marathon. I'm like super just intrigued by the art style of that game. So I'm excited about it, but who knows? Maybe it'll just be a 2-weekend thing and whatever. But yeah, so as far as the game, you're not getting like any kind of special gameplay. To be honest with you, I hadn't even picked it up in over, basically since a little bit after launch. So in the remote play video, I'm like, you could probably see me like pulling up the map and like trying to figure out like where I'm supposed to go and stuff. And I actually was reading and going totally backwards. So I like ran all the way across the map the wrong way. So yeah, not very good gameplay here. But the reason for this video was really mostly about looking into the color issue. And yeah, I'm having a color issue as well. So there is something going on here. I don't know exactly what it is. My suspicion would be that it would be like the HDR thing. Like if they have these consoles on like always on or something, so it's like feeding the HDR version into the non-HDR portal display, it could cause like some of that kind of stuff. But honestly, it doesn't. To me, like usually stuff looks way washed out whenever you've got that happening, and you can kind of see like the yellow still kind of popping here on the bottom, but all the rest of it is kind of muted. So I don't think that it's the HDR thing. I think there's something else totally going on. So I don't know if like PlayStation has specific remote play or game streaming protocols that are different than remote play. I don't know. So this is definitely interesting. It's so weird. I really haven't come across anything like this before. And yeah, when I watched the footage, I'm just like kind of totally baffled. Again, playing it, I was like, yeah, this doesn't look as good, but I couldn't picture it exactly why. I even went as far as like I completely rendered out this video. And I've got it up on this monitor here right in front of me so I can like really look at it. And yeah, there is a big difference in these two in terms of the color. So yeah, I don't know if it's like a protocol issue, a gamma issue, an HDR issue. If you know a solution for this, drop it in the comments. But I don't think that there is one as far as I could tell. So yeah, if you are a Helldivers 2 player and you're having this issue, share this with other people that are. Get everybody to watch the video. So if you can blow all the views up and get, it helps too to get full watch time. Watch the whole thing. Give it the thumbs up. Make a comment. All that kind of stuff. And if you have other people experiencing the same issue, have everybody do the same thing. If it gets big enough, maybe it'll make its way back to somebody at the studio or somebody at Sony to be like, oh, we should probably look into this. But, hey. Don't do it for me, do it for you. But yeah, that's going to be about it for the video today, guys. Thank you, as always, so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is a Blame It On Ryan here, once again with another Versus video. And hey, we will see you in the next one.